Episode 3495, Trust Your Instincts.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. I hope you're having a fabulous start to the beginning of your week. It's Inspiration Motivation Day. And come on, where's that smile? Come on, turn the corner of your mouth upside, right side, upside. Anyway, you know what side. Come on. It's time to trust your instincts. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already even had the opportunity, you want to head on over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter, the Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, you can tell we like to have a lot of fun here. And you know what? What is it with our corners of our mouth? Sometimes they're turned down, sometimes they're turned up. Well, today, I want you to have joy in your heart. And that doesn't come from just how you feel. It's by making a choice every single day. The actions that you take, the behaviors that you choose to have, followed by, of course, your thoughts, right? Everything that we do has a ripple effect. It affects our individual life. It affects the family within our privacy of our four walls. It affects our community, our colleagues. It affects a stranger even. It affects your church. Wherever you are, wherever you walk, guess what? Yes, it affects your life. And so it's important for us that when you're going through life's journey to know, you know what? There comes that time that you've got to bridge this gap between belief and action. And if you didn't have an opportunity to listen to yesterday's episode, When You Believe, Then You See, I encourage you to go listen to it. Honestly, I think it's a really good one. Actually, I probably am a little biased. I think a lot of what I do is a really good, but I do think because of what this one's about, and no, I don't have these planned out. This is just something that I sit down. I'm like, you know what? What is it for today? What am I supposed to talk about today? What does it look like? And today it was about trust your instincts, because it's about bridging that gap between belief and action, choosing the next step wisely, and then deciding to follow through. How many times have you chosen the next step, but you didn't follow through? It's all about how well you trust your instincts, right? That's the belief within you. And when you have that belief, then you can see, which allows you then to trust your instincts and go even further. You know, here at Create Your Now, it started with the dream of, I got a story to tell and I don't know what that looks like. I don't know how I'm going to get it out there. And God said, okay, well, what about this? You could do this. You talk a lot. I'm like, okay, podcasting might be a good thing. We started podcasting, right? And here we are. And then what happened? A decade later, well, actually less than a decade later, about 7 years or so later, I started inquiring about, oh, maybe this might be interesting. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, I get this call of saying, hey, do you want to be on Pray? Did you know we're on Pray.com, right? It's an app. Go over there. We're there every Tuesday morning at 10:30 a.m. Central, 11:30 a.m. Eastern, and 8:30 a.m. Pacific. You can see our TV show there. Now, we're working on getting it all on our website. That's going to be the new home. We're going to have a way to communicate where we don't have to be on social media. It's going to be a blast. But guess what? It started with the next step. It started with deciding to follow through. It decided to say, you know what, I've got to trust my gut. I've got to trust the wisdom that God has placed within me to say, you know what, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is the next step. And we're in the middle of another next step. Oh yeah, hang on. If you're a wannabe author or an author, you need to pay attention. You need to stay tuned right here. I'm telling you, if you're one who says, gosh, Christiane, it really would be nice to hang out with you. You know, I've had people request that we do conferences, but guess what? It costs money. Yeah. Not for me to put it on. I mean, yes, obviously for me, but it costs money because you have to travel. You have to have lodging. You have to have food. And so it all adds up. And then you're like, oh, but wait, I got kiddos. I can't take time off from work. Like my bank account is kind of squeezed. Well, let me tell you, that's why we've got some incredible things around the corner. Stay tuned. I'm excited. We have made a leap of faith, literally. If you listened to 2 days ago, our Sweet Spirit Sunday, oh yes, it was all about take a leap of faith. Go listen to that. I'm serious. I mean, God is moving. And sometimes I think we sit back and we're like, I don't know if I'm supposed to do this. Is this the right season? And we wrestle with it. Well, you got to stay in tune to your gut, right? That that thing that kind of like stirs up within you that you wrestle with. It's not just, oh, I got this idea. I think this would be really cool. Oh, I found this on Facebook or Instagram. This would be awesome. Click, let's do it. It cost me $9.97. Okay, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about your life, my friend. You got to pay attention. You got to wake up. God didn't create you to fall asleep all the time. You're going to have plenty of time to do that later. Just saying. But we won't go down that road either. But in all seriousness, right? This pivotal moment requires you to listen, to heed that inner voice, guiding you toward that right decision for this season of your life. Do you know Agatha Christie? Yeah, she's the novelist. Yeah. She said this: instinct is a marvelous thing. It can neither be explained nor ignored. You know it's there, but you're like, no, what is it? You know what it is. But a lot of times we just don't have that courage to take that next step. We hesitate because we don't trust ourselves. At some point, you have to say, you know what? I've got to make these decisions. I've got to take action. And when you do that, it's not always about having all the answers up front. You're not going to get it all up front. I mean, think about this. You go and buy a car, okay? Yes. The car you have now, did you know that you would have a flat tire? Did you know that you would have to replace the tires? Did you know that it was going to require maintenance, but the amount of maintenance that you had to do, well, you didn't know you'd have to do that much? Did you know you may have had to have replaced the engine by now because you have over 125,000 miles on it? Okay, right? When you look at all this, if you looked at this and you knew how a car would play out in your journey up until the time where it just couldn't go anymore, and you're like, well, as much money as I'm putting into it, maybe I need to get a new car, you probably would not have bought that car. My friend, we don't get the answers all up front. If we did, we might all be freaking out all the time. But you know what? That's why they say life is an adventure. We don't get all the answers up front. It's about embracing the uncertainty and having faith in our instincts to lead us in the right direction. Trusting your gut feeling is a testament to your inner wisdom and the wisdom from God, a compass guiding you toward your divine purpose here on earth. You have a heavenly purpose and an earthly purpose. And as you take the next step, you can then determine the direction you go and how far it will take you. One step at a time leads to miles of greatness. Are you ready to get on that train? Or do you just want to stay in your butt imprint on that lazy boy recliner? I mean, hey, I'm all for a recliner once in a while. But what about looking at that small decision you need to make today? Taking that moment and trusting your instincts. When you do that, it propels you forward on the path to achieving your dream, one dream at a time. And it's through these trusting moments within yourself that you discover your resilience and ability to pivot and your capacity to grow. God likes to stretch you, my friend. In the shortest sentence possible, you can do this. You got to trust your instincts. And it's not about making the perfect choice every time, because guess what? You're going to hit a brick wall. You're going to pick the wrong car. You're going to get that flat tire, and you may have to replace that engine or transmission or both. It's about being brave enough to take that step, knowing that each choice leads to valuable lessons and opportunities for growth. It's like, yes, stretch me. How do you get stronger? Your body, I mean. Did you know that with your muscles, you have to tear them down in order to build them up? How unfair is that? I mean, when you think about it, it's like, why do I want to work out to tear my muscle down so I can just be, feel stronger? And then in the middle of that, I got to have that pain that says, oh my goodness, I can't believe I used that muscle. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? I'm starting to do a little bit more work on my core because it's very important. As I grow older, I've got to keep my core very strong. And I'm not talking just about my abdominals. That's just one portion of your core, but we'll leave that for another episode. So I'm doing all of this work with my core in between throughout my day. I don't do it all at once. I'm not being crazy at what I'm doing, but I'm doing it consistently. And guess what? I'm already feeling a difference. I'm like, oh, okay, this feels good. But you see, I had to make a decision and make a choice. And then I had to say, oh, do I really want to do this? No. But do I really need to do this? Yeah. And my instinct was, if not, you're going to end up in another area called another privacy of your own four walls called the hospital one of these days, and you're not going to like it because you didn't take care of yourself now. So as you begin to trust yourself more and more, that's where the endless possibilities show up. Doors become wide open. They just fling open. And then guess what? You get to make a decision from there. You're like, oh, all these opportunities, all these choices. Well, you get to trust your instincts. You get to say, gosh, as I pursue my dreams, I can trust myself. Why? Because I've put in the reps. I've torn down those muscles. I've built them up, and I know what it means because I've listened to my inner voice. I've listened to what God has placed on my heart. I can follow my gut feeling, and I can believe in my ability to navigate this journey ahead with courage, conviction, and consistency. My friend, you've got to embrace the unknown. Take that leap of faith and watch as each decision brings you closer to the greatness that awaits. You don't think God just created you because, well, he just wanted to create another person. No, my friend, he created you on purpose, for a purpose. You were created for more. And so now you get to create your now. This is when you get to decide to trust your instincts. Go in peace, be present, be incredible, be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.